The Ultimate Fighter 17 finale was last Saturday night. This is your post-show. First, I want to announce the opening of our website. It's been open for a couple of weeks. It's Ultimate Expression. Check the screen for your link, ultimate-expression.com. You'll see tank tops on sale, new varsity tee, also a line of jiu-jitsu shirts. I also want to announce Show Fight 26. It's MMA event out of Branson, Missouri. Be Saturday, April 27th. Gates open at 6 p.m. Fights start at 7 p.m. It's a huge outdoor event. General admission $25. VIP cage side $40. 8 fights on the undercard. 6 fights on the main card. If you can't catch the action live and in person, you can go to the internet, GFL TV, and watch the pay-per-view. Ultimate Expression will be inside the cage sponsoring that fight, so you guys don't miss that. Coming up April 20th, we got UFC action, 155-pound title fight, Henderson versus Melendez. It's a free fight. Check your local listings. Also, May 5th, out of Dallas, Texas, IBJJF competition. For you jiu-jitsu people, get down there, compete, see where you measure up. I'm your host, Christopher Thompson, here with your TUF17 finale post-show. Oh yeah, what's up? I'm Christopher Thompson. This is your TUF17 finale post-show. You got the action last Saturday night. You know, you caught a great fight. It's a free fight. So if you missed it, you're just missing out. Catch a replay somewhere. Say we had in the main event, Uriah Faber versus Scotty Jorgensen. It was a great fight. Uriah Faber pulled it out. Submission in the 4th round. It's a lot of back and forth action. Uriah Faber, it seems like he's got his rhythm back. Coming back from the old days, he's really aggressive and stepping up the tempo in his fights here lately. His last 2 fights, it reminded me of his WEC days. A few fights there, he had some losses and some title matches where he lost out, and I kind of thought he lost his step, but it seems he's rejuvenated his game and stepped things back up. Maybe he's on his way back to another title shot and see what he can do there. I don't know if he'd be fighting Dominic Cruz if he's out with the injury, but it'd be great to see either him fight Cruz or Brow again. But we'll see where the UFC takes him after this. Scott Jorgensen, he's one of my other favorite fighters. Hate to see the loss for him, but he gave it a great go. He come out and showed his speed and his ability on the ground. I feel like his next fight, he'll step up his level of competitiveness. And we'll see who the UFC gives him next. Our co-main event was a TUF17 finale. It was Uriah Hall versus Kevin Gastelum. I had Hall actually to win the fight. I think everybody else did. Gastelum definitely a great fighter. He come out and gave it his all. He put it on Hall from the beginning of the fight and kept a pace. Consistent pace through the fight, which I think that gave him the win. Hall came out. He came out as a slow starter. We'd seen him fight without pressure on the Ultimate Fighter show. He came in and really put it on guys, knocking most of the guys out in the 1st or 2nd round. Wasn't used to going the distance, but I think his nerves and his compassion actually got to him in the fight, and that's what cost him the fight. He showed too much compassion for Gastelum, kind of playing around, trying to get his rhythm. It didn't really seem like he actually started the fight to the end of the 2nd, and somewhere in the 3rd round, he got a little desperate there at the end. But if he's wanting to be a champion, he's going to have to learn how to put his friendship aside, just the same as Faber and Jorgensen done. and go for the win, go for the kill. Got to get the knockout. That's going to be the difference in his game, because we all know he's got the quickness and the speed. In my opinion, I don't think he ever really hit Gastelum like he should have, or like he could have. I think he kind of let him off on that. But we'll see where those guys go, and hats off to Gastelum for a great victory. So he come out, he had his wrestling, his striking definitely improved from the show. He's going to be a great competitor. In the past, Gastelum kind of reminds me of Rashad Evans, the way he comes out. His style mixed with the wrestling from the striking. I don't know if you guys saw Rashad back on The Ultimate Fighter, but to me that looks similar. Also, we had the Kat Zingano fight versus Miesha Tate. Kat Zingano taking the victory. She got the TKO in the third round. She came out relentless. She never did let her pace down. She got in some tight positions. Tate put her in the arm bar. Had top position on her. Zingano never did give up. She was able to get her positions through her striking. And eventually she got Tate down. Hit her with some knees, some elbows, and took her out and earned herself a TKO. Also earned her that title shot with Ronda Rousey. And both her and Rousey will be competing on Ultimate Fighter 18 towards the end of this year. Don't have a word when filming to start, but we know it'll be airing in September at the end of this year. Also, you saw Travis Brown versus Gabriel Gonzaga. I actually had Gonzaga pick to win this fight. I thought maybe he'd step up his game a little bit. It seems he come out in the fight, he got hit a couple of times, didn't want to stand in front of Brown. Probably not his game plan from the beginning. But in his efforts in his takedown, left his head out. To me, it's a bad mistake. You know he's going to be dropping elbows on you. A couple of elbows and Gonzaga was out. Travis Brown pulled out that knockout victory. So another one I was really interested in. This one is Cole Miller versus Bart Belichevsky fight. I really like Bartams as a fighter. I like Cole as a fighter. Wasn't really expecting it to end too early. I thought maybe second round if it ended early. Thought they'd go through a filling out process, but it turns out Bart in a position wound up giving his back to Cole. That was the ultimate mistake that he could have made, was giving up his back. Cole's very dangerous on the ground, and it just surprised me that he actually give up his back like that in the fight. But you fight and you learn. So we'll see how Bart comes back. We'll see where they put Cole at next. It's interesting to see them both at 145 pounds. A lot of guys in the 145-pound division, so we'll see what the UFC brings up for them. And we're going to look forward to next weekend, April 20th. We're going to see Henderson versus Melendez in a 155-pound title fight. I feel it's going to be a good one. They're going to fight out of San Jose. So you guys out in San Jose, be sure to catch that fight. We also have a co-main event, Frank Mir versus Daniel Cormier. Also, we'll see another Diaz brother, Nate Diaz versus Josh Thompson. So we got Matt Brown versus Jordan Mean. Jordan Mean in to replace Dan Hardy. So we also see Chad Mendez versus Darren Elkins. Miles Jury versus Ramsey Nijum. Also, we see Joseph Benavidez back in the cage. TJ Dillashaw. Say also Anthony Nijikawani. So check the UFC website for that. Check your local listings. It's going to be a free fight on Fox, live from San Jose and from the HP Pavilion. Sure, I'll do another little blog there for you for next week. Also, if you stuck around this long, I just got some interesting news in about George St. Pierre. Yeah, you want to check the Bloody Elbow SB Nation for a transcribed interview. Part of his interview, he done a French interview not too long ago where GSP actually admits to coming in his title fight against Diaz, overweight. I just read that in an interview, and they're saying GSP said he weighed in 170.4. Any title fights, you're supposed to come in exactly on the mark or below. There's no points given for over. So check out that controversy and see where that goes from here. I'm hoping to get some news come in sometime so we'll know what the future holds for George St. Pierre. We already know that Anderson Silva will be fighting Chris Weidman. Everybody's saying Chris Weidman. This is Anderson Silva's best competition. I'm still saying it's not. I'm still saying Anderson goes in there and finishes in classic fashion. So we'll see what happens with that coming up later this year. And like I said, it's been fun here. I'm your host, Christopher Thompson, with your TUF17 finale post-show. So be sure to check me out on the internet, Twitter, UOT Expression, Facebook, facebook.com/Ultimate Expression. Get it where it represented. I'm out of here.
Movements we step to, we get food and choosing. Each day's a new day, we got to keep grooving. Using the music, the speech and the soul, integrate, combine, create to make it whole. You never know when your time is up. Keep living things, always lighten up, brighten up surrounds. Takes off full flight and up into the skies beyond. Forever in flight, we remain strong.